We'll do that.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, try it now.
Boom. All right, everybody, please stand for the flag salute.
Huh?
Working good. Everybody ready? Nelly, you ready?
I'm ready.
Salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Always an amen after that.
Yes.
So driving to work this morning, there was had to slow down. There was in Lindsay, one of the fire trucks was coming out and let it go. We went through the red light and I had to wait. By the time I got behind it was gone. I don't know where it went. Then I get over here on Caldwell and there's like 50 sheriffs at Seltzer and Dillard. And that's today's the service for the show. First thing. Yeah. And so that's all a little sad. And it's like, oh man, that was terrible. It happened in my hometown. And so then I was going, I'm like, oh man, that's just terrible. We're going on with their days, and then you realize that people are really affected by that. And then, we don't even think about it if it's not in your daily life. Then I get to the next light. So it used to be the 7-Eleven, but now it's just a gas station down the corner on, is it Court Street? I'm not really sure. And there's a car that went up on the rack and through the, it's like stuck in the building, like in the air. Yeah. So it's like, what?
Go on, so first, are you kidding?
No, seriously, it was hard. It looked like it was a wooden actor. It went up, and you know how they have those water selling machines? It was on the top of that kind of, and in the window of that building, like stuck in the air. And it's like, what is going on with it? So please, everybody practice safe today.
Yes.
And like, don't be distracted by the phone.
CHP is doing a crackdown too. Bad.
Yeah, so the new law just went into effect that even holding your phone, if you're in your car and you're holding your phone, that can get you a ticket even if you're at a stoplight. And so be aware.
I've gotten two already.
Well, stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop doing it.
They got me twice.
They need to raise the fines.
Leo, you are up, Leo. Come on, give it up for Lincoln.
2 weeks in a row.
Yes. That's because I'm dyslexic.
Want to see if I can do this on the fly here. I've got no content.
This is good.
So, what I do.
The Feds are meeting today, right? Start the meeting.
Yes. So, questions, answers.
Do you do commercial and business loans at all? Do you guys know?
Commercial, I do not do commercial.
Okay.
I used to be a commercial loan officer when I was a bank manager years ago. They're very difficult. They've got to go before a loan committee and all kinds of good stuff. Your best bet is to talk to a local bank.
Okay.
Bank of the Sierra, Citizens Bank, places like that, especially if there's a business that is here in town that's trying to get started or whatever. On that note, what would you figure would be the toughest business to stay open after, let's say, let's give it about 3 years?
Restaurants.
Restaurant. That's it.
Restaurants. Yes.
Yeah, you can make a great
Meal.
but it's really difficult because most people who have the skills or the knowledge to be able to make good meals or what have you don't have the business sense.
But though, social media now, a lot of restaurants are getting traffic just by making little videos of
Yes.
their specialty, whatever.
It's maintaining that issue.
Bringing in traffic from far away. So the key is to have a good video of whatever it is you're making.
Well, that's what social media does for you now that we didn't have
Who does?
before. So, but I remember going to a client that wanted to borrow X amount of dollars, get a line of credit through my bank. I went to go visit his place, and it was Mexican food, tacos, that type of thing. With a little bit of a southwestern flair, it was a little bit different than regular tacos. And I watched as the owner interacted with people, and he was very friendly and so on. Meal was good, nice and hot and so on. Nothing special, really. Paper plates, that type of thing. Then I saw a vendor come through and dropped off a load of soda pop or beer or something like that. And I watched him as he presented him with the invoice. And what did he do? He goes to his cash register and cha-ching, pays out in cash. I saw another vendor come in by for the end of it, same thing, he hands them an invoice, cha-ching, pays it back cash. So after he came into the office to make a deposit, and I remember telling him about this, I was watching him, and I said, why do you pay in cash? Well, I just want to make sure that they're paid, and I want to make sure that I get my product and get it on time, and they enjoy the cash type of thing. I says, yeah, okay, but at the end of the day, do you account for all that you paid? Well, yeah, kind of, sort of. I said, well, I said, when you come to a bank to get a loan, first thing they want to do is they want to see what you're depositing. And if you're depositing minus what's being paid out for soda pop or meat or, vegetables or what have you, then you don't have a real true count as to how much the business is really bringing in. That's you need to go on what we call a net 30 or a net 60 type of program where once a month, collect all these invoices, whether it's weekly or semi-weekly or what have you, and pay them out in a check once a week. Well, I'm not good at writing checks. How many times people actually write checks anymore? I do.
Yeah.
I pay all my bills with checks. I mean,
Still.
Couple of bills.
I have a few bills that I pay.
Hopefully you don't do it at the grocery store. though.
I still have a checkbook. I still write checks. And I was kidded by somebody about writing checks. But anyway, getting back to the story, I said the bank cannot get a true count of what the business is actually making because you're shelling out here and
Yes.
shelling out there, and then every now and then you could probably shell some into your pocket because you don't want Uncle Sam to know. So, good chance that your books are all wrong, and therefore
Getting a loan is difficult.
we're gonna use a lesser amount of income, and you may not qualify for what it is you're trying to do. So, I tried to get them to switch over, and business finally closed. It was about 8 months, I think, something like that. So, restaurant, they're tough. They're real.
They're
tough.
very tough, especially if they're family run. Because
Yeah.
the family gets tired of working it.
Okay,
That's true.
down payment assistance programs. True or false? You got to pay the down payment assistance back.
Depends on the program.
True.
When you sell
Is
it.
that true? Yeah, basically, yes. However, next week, the next time I appear, I'm gonna have
2 weeks.
my presentation. I found a program, and we're approved for it, where you don't have to pay back the down payment assistance back. You have to live in the house for 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. So as soon as I get all my content together, I didn't have time to put it together now, so I'll have it ready by next time I appear here, and hopefully we can present that program. I also wanted to check to see what kind of an interest rate they were that does it compare with CalHAP, it doesn't compare with Platinum, so. Another question, good interest rates up and down, up and down, up and down. What's a good indication that of what interest rates are doing right now? What?
Gas prices?
Gas prices. Ah, there you go. You see gas prices go up, interest rates are usually going up. The economy, the world economy, US economy, world economy is driven by crude oil. It truly is. So is the
It's not
economy
crude.
affected by this Strait of Hormuz and all this stuff going on in Iran? Yes, indeed, it is. So, but if you want to know what interest rates are doing, you see gas prices going down, it's a good indication that interest rates are going down.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little crude that we still depend on that for
What's that?
making a bad joke.
You're making a bad joke. I like your jokes. Good jokes, man.
They're
Got
bad
me
jokes.
cracking up all- Anyway, okay. Another question for you. Let's see. Down payment assistance program, once again. If you are you've got a client that has a, you've got a client that maybe was added on to title by their parents because the parents are getting old and so on, and they wanted to ensure that, you know, property is passed on to a family member, that type of thing. But the family member has never actually lived in that house. Okay, and the family member that's being passed, that has title on this property, doesn't own a piece of property of their own right now, they're renting. Do they qualify for down payment assistance?
Wow.
Yeah. No, because they're on title. Yeah.
I found out that the answer is yes. I was at a seminar in Fresno 2 weeks ago and I asked that specific question and they said, as long as they can prove that they have not lived in that property, then the answer is yes, they do qualify.
Specific scenario, we can do it from that.
Man, I thought I was gonna give away this. You guys got it wrong. Everybody got it wrong. Including myself. I gotta admit, I thought, oh, heck no, there's no way. You know?
Yeah, how do you prove it?
Good question. They're going to look back at tax returns primarily. Okay, how many people have clients that still use their mom and dad's address on their tax returns? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, they say they want to make sure that they get the letters or they get the bills or the important papers because the apartment they live in isn't all that secure. So, yeah, so that's what they're probably going to look at is tax returns. Those of you who have filed for Social Security know that the government is asking a lot of questions and they know where you live. They know where you lived 10 years ago. They know where you lived 15 years ago. They really do. When I open up my Social Security claim so I can receive benefits, I was hit with these weird questions. Where did I live 20 years ago? What was the address? And they gave me an A or B choice type of thing. It was such and such, such. Oh yeah, okay, that was it. You know, but I didn't know. So the government does keep track of that sort of thing. So yes, Larry.
But that's a security for it to identify that you are who you say you are,
Yeah.
based on your answer to that information.
Verifying.
No one else would know.
It's a series of questions. It's not just one question. Did you live at their address? There's a bunch of questions. They even went right down to asking the name of my ex-wife, my first wife.
Yeah, because you could draw on her.
Okay, honey, you gotta be outside the room here, okay? I'm answering questions. Wife's real sensitive when it comes to the ex-wife type of thing, so. Anyway.
That is terrible that they ask that kind of
I
thing.
know but
That's intrusive.
they asked me weird questions on this stuff. I passed, so.
Yeah, the
Cha-ching.
qualified social security is available on the internet.
Well,
Okay.
because her benefits may be better than yours, and
But
you
not
can call on her.
But he got married before 62, you don't get it.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
Before 62?
Yeah, I was 65 when
So that's the.
Age.
I was 65 when I opened up my thing. Country Club.
No, I mean, you can't get your ex-wife,
Yeah.
because you got remarried before you were.
That's true.
shit.
Okay, another question. So far, only 2 people have answered my questions right. Actually, Michael answered. Oh, okay, okay.
I'll give it away. Yeah, I'll answer.
Yeah,
There's an
he did.
election going on. Nice.
Okay, final one. This is a tough one, so. Down payment assistance program, CalHAFA and Platinum, they both have the same rule. You got a client that has a FICO score below 700. What is the maximum debt to income ratio that is allowed on that? Hey, what's the answer?
I don't know.
You don't
Take a guess.
Maximum debt to income ratio that they can go if their FICO score is below 700.
50.
40?
55.
50 is a good answer, but it's
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah, if you're at 700 or higher, it's 50. Not 50.01, it's 49.8999 or whatever. I've got one right now that's closing next week. That's a 49.8.
Wow.
And I tell them, no more, no bills.
No debt.
bills."
No debt.
Okay, that type of thing.
What's the limit?
Anyway, We're pretty
45.
close. You said something.
45.
55.
Lower,
Lower.
53.
lower,
45.
51.
Who said 45?
right here, he did. Bob,
I hate that.
Bob the builder did it.
Bob the Builder, yeah, okay. 45. 45 is your max debt to income ratio. And that's also on mobile homes or manufactured homes as well. 45 is the max, okay? So, if your client has good credit scores, FICO scores at 700 or above, you can go all the way to 50% debt to income ratio, okay? Gross income, okay? So, thank you very much for sending them over. We are busy. It's like we're trying to put deals together. I'm trying to work on something with Diana here. Hopefully we can get that one together, and they're just on the fence. They're afraid, you know, that type of thing. So anyway, thank you very much. Keep sending them over.
I had a question for you, Leo. Armor all or turtle wax? What is it?
It's shiny. Shiny. I shaved it off just for you.
Looks good. I'm headed that way and I'm dreading it. I don't have a smooth head like you do.
Thank you. There's a story behind this too. And I was on my way home from UCLA Medical Center. I had surgery. I had 2 tumors removed from my head, and I had to shave my head for the surgery. So on the way home, we got the good news that the tumors were benign, no cancer, that type of thing. I asked my wife, I said, so what do you think? Should I grow my hair back? And she kind of like goes back, she does this. I kind of like that, huh?
Yeah, that's good.
I said, yeah, you just think you're sleeping with another man.
Yeah, well, I'm in the stage of life where I have hair envy and then, the shape of your head, like you and Mike can pull off that look. I have this bumpy head that just, it's not gonna look good. So I'm gonna wear a hat. I'm gonna wear a hat. All right, here we go. Work on your business, not in your business. Tomorrow, everybody, you're invited. So I'm gonna let Nancy know so that the lenders are invited that we do business with. It is our last award ceremony under the Jordan Link name. So tomorrow we're handing out the awards to the Visalia office, and the Hanford office is going to join us here in the lobby. We're going to have a catered lunch. Anita and Jen have Jen's not in the room, but you guys have put this together for us. So thank you very much. So tomorrow, please show up. We're starting the food right at noon, but 11:30 is a great time to arrive. We'll do some food. Then Mike and I will announce the awards. Last time under Jordan Link. So again, we want to invite our lender friends. We just kind of did it all last minute because we have a lot of stuff working. So please show up around 11. Food is at at noon? Or what time is the food right?
I'm hoping it's here by.
By 11. So food's at 11. I misspoke. So what time is it tomorrow?
11.
I should look at the screen, right? It's 11. So tomorrow at 11, everybody, please join us. And then you were saying we're going to give away some things tomorrow. You have some.
We haven't decided yet.
No, let's just go ahead and do it. Great total.
I already told you.
So tell everybody what you have ordered and you're going to give away to everybody.
I haven't ordered, I only ordered stickers.
Yeah, you already, okay. So anybody have, kind of like the document brochures, the folders? So the folios, we have a bunch of those for everybody. So first come, first served, may run out. So if you're not here in time, you don't get one, don't let me hear about it later. All right, tailgate, Bureau Mortgage, we have,
You skipped over the last slide.
did I?
Yeah.
This is you, come on up, tell us all about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was here talking about this last time too. Hi, guys. Good morning. So we are gonna do our Cinco de Mayo party again. So there's gonna be food, drinks, churros, paletas, all the things, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We have about 90 RSVPs right now, I believe. And it'll be at our office, so come and join us. It'll just be a lot of fun. Come and eat, hang out, drink a little bit. Not if you have appointments after, I'm saying. So yes, I hope to see all of you guys there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Yes. We don't want to know who's invited.
Yes.
Tailgate party, let's roll with that. Another tailgate party, this is at the Rawhide, this is sponsored by you guys.
Yes, we're gonna have a party in our parking lot beforehand, a tailgate party right there. And so
Set there.
Can I go to that too?
Yes, there you go. Yeah, it's cross fertilization, absolutely. Tacos, drinks, and good times. And that'll be the very next day. So they'll go to yours and go to theirs. This is great. Yes. Yes, take me out to the ballgame, man. That is great. Select Summit, Mother's Day weekend. Enjoy Mother's Day weekend. Enjoy with the family for all the mothers. Thank you, congratulations, and happy Mother's Day. That Monday following, Tuesday and Wednesday is the summit. Does anybody not know what the summit is? Raise your hand. Everybody knows what the summit is? We're all good? Something to explain it? So please sign up. It is 100% free for all of the agents that are with the company. It's at Reno, Nevada, at something called the Peppermill Resort. Room's about $130 a night. Monday's just a fun day, but the educational days are Tuesday, Wednesday, with the company award ceremony for Select happening Wednesday evening. Then there's a nice dinner for everybody that RSVPs and goes. So again, this is a very good event. Anybody that went to Las Vegas and did the Century 21 event, you know, it's about $700. This is completely free. All you gotta do is get yourself there and pay for the hotel room at the hotel. $130 is not bad. So please sign up for that. Moving forward, this will be the company awards ceremony will be every single year at the summit and will be included this year. Some of our agents will be receiving some of the awards if they had enough production because they've included us in some of that. And next year it will be the only award ceremony. So please sign up for that. All right, Snap. I did a training in here yesterday for 5 agents that have not spent a lot of time on Snap. Has anybody not logged into Snap yet? You guys are all able to log in. How about the email? Everybody can log into the email. If you guys haven't done that yet, get with me. I'll do a one-on-one with you, or maybe we'll do a few agents in this office like we did yesterday morning. It is great technology. It is just good for you to start getting used to it. I want to show you again the buyer seller representation. If you go to that one, I think that's about the 3rd line down. And if you go from there, it'll pull this up. You go to buyer and seller representation. This is what it looks like. And then they have all of the brands that are with Select. So we just choose that. When you go to that, it will give you options. It'll be buyers or sellers. And when you go from there, this is a lot of scripts, a lot of things that they have available for you. And just go into the system and start looking at it. Here's another agent will take lower commission. Have you ever heard that from a listing appointment? And so it's just a different way to have a script, but they're in there for working with investors, working with sellers, working with buyers. And there's scripts in there that I have never even thought of before. And there's some great scenarios in there. So please go in there and just spend some time in there. I mean, there's educating the seller, same thing with buyer pre-consultation. There's closing the deal. There's how to communicate with your customers in an effective way. Does everybody want to communicate the same way with you, or are some people different? And so it goes into some tactics and what you can do, what questions to ask to find out what your customer wants and how they want to be communicated with. And it gives you scripts on how to do it. So again, some great information in there. Have you ever heard this one? I can't sell, have nowhere to go. You know, this is really, really effective when you have a divorce situation, they're having to move out. It's how to have that conversation, how to give them ideas where they might go next, and just different things to talk about. And so again, some of these I just never even thought of putting together. So it's just good information for you to have, good way to learn the language of sales and just keep you moving forward in those conversations. Agent script library, that's the same one that I just showed you. So success begins with your mindset. We talked about this last week, so I'm going to skip that one. But make sure your expectations, make sure you say your expectations out loud, or better yet, in writing. If they're only real if they're in writing. How many of you have ever been disappointed with someone or something? How many of you have ever gone to a restaurant and been disappointed with the service? And why? Why were you disappointed? Had you been there before? Had they done a good job before? Did you have a certain expectation? Have you ever gone to a restaurant for the first time and you were disappointed? Raise your hand real high. If you had never been there before and you had no previous experience, why were you disappointed?
Have standard.
Expectations or preferences. You had this expectation going into it. Do your customers have expectations when they work with you? Do they have a preference? Are you asking them what it is? If you're not asking them what it is, you're probably going to let them down in certain things. You see, the key to real estate is to get repeat referral business. If I want to do business with you, Tom, and you're my customer, I'm going to ask you how you want to be communicated with. I'm also going to tell you my schedule. Hey, Tom, you know, I work 5 days a week full time, Saturdays by appointment, and I don't work Sundays, my family day. Is that okay with you? You know, Tom, if we go out and look at properties today and I can't find you the right property today, when are you most available to look at houses? Tomorrow. Hey, look, what's your schedule like? When are you and your wife mostly available? Weekends. Is Saturday going to be okay? Because I'm not doing Sundays.
Yep.
Cool. We'll do Saturdays by appointment. You got to set the expectation. I got to let him know what my schedule is, but I'm going to ask him what he expects from me. And that's a big one, guys, because if you're not having that conversation with your customers, they're going to get stressed in working with you. They're going to be upset. There's going to be some resentment, and you don't even know why. How many of you have felt like you feel the resentment, you feel that the energy is off of the customer, you don't know why? Do you ask them? Ask them. How many of you have missed a phone call and then you get up the next day like, oh God, I didn't call Tom back. I'm embarrassed. I don't even want to call you today. I'm going to avoid you today because now I'm embarrassed I didn't call you yesterday. Now it's been 2 days. Just make the phone call. Hey, Tom, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you yesterday. Just they got busy and I just completely forgot. It's Monday night. I hope you forgive me. I'm available today for you. Is that okay? Yeah, just get it done over. So expectations are the reasons that you get disappointed. Same reason your customers may be disappointed in working with you because you haven't asked them how they want to be communicated with. Does that make sense? Say yes.
Yes.
All right, let's roll. Ooh, how do you set a higher standard? Well, this is for jumping, yeah. We can also go limbo. It's just a graphic. But how do you set a higher standard for yourself? How many of you are better at this business today than you were when you started? How many of you have forgotten more than what you've ever done? The reality is that the business is always changing, but there's no substitute for experience in real estate, right? Even if the contracts change, even if anything, hey, Adam, come on.
I'm watching right here.
You're watching right there. So
Don't let wait a second, please.
there is no substitute for experience. Will you guys agree? Great. How many of you have seen real estate agents online on social media with less than 5 years in the business and you think they're killing it and you think they're doing better than anybody else? But they're doing business just a fraction of the time that you've been in the business. It's perception. What is the perception that your customers have of you? Can they find you on social media? Do you look professional on social media? Have you ever Googled yourself and found stuff you didn't like? Who has not Googled themselves? You'll find some scary stuff. The reason I'm bringing this up is part of the select group that we have, that you have available to you, is that they contract with a company out of the Philippines that will do a deep search on you. You go onto your calendar, or actually go to marketing, and you make an appointment with them, and they will take all of your information. They'll make an appointment with the people that are overseas, and they'll do a deep dive on you, on your social history, social media, and anything online about you. And they'll clean it up. They'll clean up your life online, and then they'll help you look professional. Who wants to do that? How much does that cost? Say it loud. It's part of the included benefit, guys. Does it cost us money as a company? Absolutely it does. It's part of the $99 a month that you guys aren't even paying for. So please take advantage of that. Please make that appointment this week or next week and clean up your social media profiles. Okay. And anything that's on there, some of it, most of it can be cleaned up. So who wants to do that? How do you find people? Go into Snap, go down about 5 lines. Don't go to your calendar. Go down to training calendar. There's stuff on there you can register for the class. Or better yet, you go to marketing. You go in there, you book a one-on-one appointment, and you're done. Well, you got to show up to the appointment. So please do some more of that. Larry, read that for me really loud.
You have 2 choices. You can make a living or you can design a life.
How many are you just surviving, just kind of getting through? How many of you just got into real estate and you got comfortable and you're making a nice living and just kind of living your life? How many of you want to have a nice vacation and plan your life? How many of you want to be organized and have things you want to do? Start planning that. What's your next vacation? You haven't planned it. Talk to your wife, see where she would like to go, plan the vacation, start booking it, put it on a card and start paying for it so it's paid before you even go there. But start designing your life a little bit more. Start planning what it is that you enjoy. Jen, I was just talking about you in a positive way. All right, so start doing that. 80-20 rule. We talked about this last week. Anybody not hearing this last week? What's the 80-20 rule? See, Adam? Anybody not get this? 80% of the sales done in real estate in any industry, by the way, are done by 20% of the top selling people. It also means that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Is that true?
Yeah.
It's absolutely true, right? Unfortunately, in real estate, we're getting to this. What did we bring up last week? How many real estate agents are in Tulare County? Registered with the association? Roughly 1,800, right? Under the 80-20 rule, what's 20% of 1,800? It's 1 twice, it's 360. You guys name off 300 of the most successful real estate agents in Tulare County? You probably could if you thought about it, especially if you went to the MLS, because most of you name 180 of them. Yeah, probably. And so if you're not in the top 80% of sales, you're not even in the game. Last year out of this office, we had 178 registered agents. At one point, I think we were down to 148 with Leaf Road. Out of that, 78 of you sold property. So we had 78 effective agents out of this office, right? And so we had 78 out of 148, that's 50% of our agents did something. But we understand that, 40 something of them were leaf rows. So if we take the leaf rows out at about 100, 78 did something. That means that 22 agents that are full-time, by the way, because they're not leaf row, didn't make a commission last year. They paid their dues and they didn't make a commission. Is that in the business? No? If you sold one deal last year, would you feel good about it? If you sold 4 deals, kind of cool.
Yes.
If you sold 5 to 10, you're making a living at 10.
Yeah.
You sold 15 to 20, you're comfortable, right? So start looking at what you're spending your time on. And can you refocus that time? The stuff that you're doing, is it making you money? Is it getting you appointments? What are you doing that's effective? Because what do you do every single morning? For how long?
3 to 4 hours.
Why 3 to 4 hours? You've been in this business about 18 years.
Standard of living.
Yeah, because otherwise you wouldn't have the stuff you have, right? Your house would take your car away. Look, the reality is this, not everybody's a prospector. Vinny doesn't come into the office and start prospecting. Does he have a lot of business? Absolutely. Mike Liddy has a lot of business. Rito does a lot of business. Charlie's done a lot of business on a consistent basis. A lot of you, Penny's been just consistent since the day I met her. And it's like, she just always selling. Why? Because they come to work to work. When they're here, they're working. When they're gone, they're working. So what is making you money and are you doing enough of it? Can you do more of it? Whether it's phone calls, whether it's going through your phone book and start, well, what I mean by phone, this is your phone book. Have you gone through your contacts and started making phone calls? We have this great system on the CRM that I went over with a few of you yesterday. How many of you started putting your contacts in there? I mean, I absolutely love the tags that are in there for everybody. Does anybody not know what I mean when I say a tag in the CRM? Okay, so in the new system in the email, it's a CRM. It's just your customer management system. And for everybody that you put in there, you can have a total of 100 tags for that person. So what's the next holiday that's coming up? I said it earlier. It's Mother's Day. So if you go into your CRM, do you want to send a Mother's Day card to absolutely everybody in your database or just the moms? So if I'm entering you into my database and you're a mom, one of your tags is going to be mom. If I have Tom in there, yours is going to be dad. If I have Larry, I'm going to put dad and Harley Rider, right? Ruben's not in here, but he's a Rams fan. If I had Ruben in there, he'd have a tag for dad, Rams fan, and crazy. But what happens is as you start going through there, somebody is Christian, they're going to have all the Christian holidays. Somebody's Jewish, I'm going to put them under Jewish. Because I'm not going to send them a Christian holiday if they're Jewish. And as you start going in there, if I have a bunch of Dodgers fans, guess what happens when the Dodgers get in the playoffs? Man, I'm going to go into my tags, tag all Dodgers fans. I'm going to send them an email that says, man, Dodgers made it into the playoffs again. Good luck tonight. I hope they win. And they think that you're thinking directly about them because they don't know it's a mass email. They think it's to them. That's the magic of the tags. The system is extremely simple to use. We can put everybody in there. And you have kids or grandkids in sports? Do you ever meet the other parents?
Yeah.
Other grandparents? Why don't you put them in your CRM? Kids soccer team. Boom. You have something going on this Friday. Hey, see you at the game on Saturday. And you hit them all at once. One try, you get everybody in the group. But you see, if you don't put it in the system, you can't do the mass emails. Never.
I just closed a deal last month and when I went in to add it as a contact in
Yes.
here, it was already there.
Yeah, it probably got entered through one of our systems, but were you talking Moxie Works or are you talking the new CRM?
The new one.
Good.
It was already in there. I mean, it has all my contacts in there. I didn't even put them in there.
Yeah, what we did is when you weren't looking, we took your phone, we uploaded it to the cloud. I don't know how that happened.
I don't either. I asked Bob, I said,
Yeah.
I went to add it because it's already in there and I looked and it was.
Yeah, so if we were live, we can go into the system that there's a right here. This menu goes all the way down. If you go all the way to the bottom of this page, there's a QR code for you. When you click on it, it brings up a picture of your QR code for your open houses. That's an example of ways that to get stuff in your system without you doing anything. So you take your regular login sign-in sheet for your open houses, but you also print up that last little QR code that's at the bottom. And anybody that scans it with their phone and signs into your open house is already in your system for you.
Okay.
It's automatically uploaded for you without you lifting a finger. All you gotta do is print that out. So there's a lot of really cool things, but start learning it. You guys have till September to learn it well, and then make a decision whether it's worth the $900 or not. Okay. I really hope that I can give you enough value in there that half of you pay for it, and then the other half just forgets that I'm billing you. No laughs. I was just joking about that one. I'm gonna do it if you don't want it. Let's see, read this one. Charlie, would you please read this one for me really loud?
My goal is not to be better than anyone else, but be better than I used to be.
See, what happens is we get caught up in social media and we want to start comparing ourselves to other agents. Stop doing it. Live your own race, live your own life, do what works for you. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Just get better at what you were doing. What were you not good at? When I got people working on floor, guess what I have them do now? If they're on floor, I'll go up there, I'll visit with them. I'll ask them a question on a contract. If they don't know it, I have them print it up and start highlighting stuff.
Good.
Because they're up there anyway. They got to learn that contract. They got to have that confidence in it. So if you're working floor, just, I'm going to go say hi to you and I'm going to ask you a question. If you don't get it right, you're bringing up a contract. It's like pop quiz time. But you got to learn it. And so many of us compare ourselves to other agents, other people that we know. Stop doing it. It's not healthy. It's not good for your state of mind. Ooh, everybody, read this one with me. I don't usually brag about going to expensive places, but I just, hold on. Yes. Yes. I had to rent a truck because we had to go empty my mother-in-law's apartment. And I drove this truck for a week on 2 days. Anybody want to guess how much I spent on gas?
200.
Not quite that much, but yes, it was over $200. I'm like, man, I don't miss having a truck. Mike, I'm sorry, but you don't. I mean, the miles were just insane. It was like $200 in 2 days. I mean, it was just nuts. Part of that was that I had to turn it back in with a full tank of gas, otherwise I wouldn't have. You know, it just, gas is pricey, man. It's crazy. Some people create their own storms, then get upset when it rains. Anybody have that customer? Anybody know the agent on the other side that's ever done that? Yeah, happens all the time, unfortunately. All right, now it's time to go back to you guys, but before we go there, I do want to ask, anybody have any questions on the SNAP system, how it works, what we can do, and how I can teach you, how it can help you in some of those things? Anybody? No, I know I gotta get with you afterwards, because I gotta give you a whole bunch of radius searches for a few of your properties. Anybody else? Nobody, we're good? Mike, anything on the new system?
No,
It's been pretty good, right?
I think it's been really good.
Yeah.
I think it's, I think one of the things to think about, because there's been a lot of talk about the Compass system that's coming next year.
Yes.
So Compass, our new parent corporation of Century 21, has a state-of-the-art AI assisted CRM program you guys will have access to. Target is January of next year. So if you're thinking like, okay, well, why am I going to invest in select group SNAP program, and this obviously potentially better systems coming around in January? And the reality is these are really similar in some ways, but ultimately different systems. So the Compass system is going to help you guys really market to sellers and buyers effectively and keep them updated and really create a nice portal for them to search. But the SNAP system is really a true CRM and SOI program that's going to help you guys keep in touch with your past clients, your sphere of influence, much more effectively and with a lot more marketing assets. And then the two will sync, meaning that SNAP, if you have all your contacts in SNAP, they will sync to the CIH system, and you can use them synergistically together. But you should still be using SNAP. So it's not that one's going to replace the other, the two are going to work together. So just keep that in mind. If anybody's like kind of hedging and waiting, like, well, I'm just going to wait for this new system next January, don't do that. Start marketing today in SNAP.
Yeah, two very different systems. You know, something hit the news yesterday in real estate. Mike, we talked about it, so let's not go from you. For anybody else, tell me what happened really big in real estate yesterday. It was an announcement of something. Bob knows. Say it louder.
Real and Remax.
So does anybody know what that means? So Real Brokerage, which is an online brokerage, which is, you know, funded and has stocks, and that's how they get their money. A lot of hedge funds. They made an announcement yesterday that they're going to buy Remax Real Estate. It's not different than when Compass announced they were going to buy Anywhere Holdings, and they bought, you know, Century 21, Coldwell Banker, ERA. It's that same type of a move, but it's not called Real Remax instead of Almost Remax. That'll be the new name. I'm not sure what. That's the thing that they came up with. And to me, when I heard the news yesterday, I'm like, oh, that's cool. This is just the wave of the future. This is what's happened. This is why Mike and I decided to do the merger with the Select Group, is they are just another guy like Mike and I, who grew up in a small town, who just grew this massive company, but he's a franchisee like we are. And we're like, we can get together and have a lot more tools and benefits for all of you and no additional cost to you guys, right? No additional changes to your pay plan. Well, that's what's happening. But what really spoke to me when I seen that was this. Here's what I took from it. When Compass came on the market, before they ever had one listing, before they ever sold the house, they had billions of dollars in the bank from hedge funds, from investors. And when they went public, before they had sold the house, all kinds of people and speculators gave them millions of their own dollars so they go out and start doing business. They never sold a house on their own. Do you know that when Real Broker did that, they also did the same thing? They had hedge fund investors into the billions of dollars, and then they went public. And before they sold a first house and had any listings, they got millions of dollars from the public that just believed in the concept. And if you guys go back and go early on, do you know what the concept was? Let's go almost completely digital to where we can digitize, and the agent, the human, has to do very little, and the technology does most of the work. Here we are 10 years later for both of those companies and many others. There's also a company called DXP, called X Producers Real Estate. They did the same thing. Have any of them been able to do this business without real estate agents? Yes or no?
No.
Why do you think they're buying traditional brokers just like us?
The bodies.
Because you cannot replace the human interaction in something like buying or selling a house. They've tried into the billions of dollars and they can't do it. So what that tells me, and what that should be telling you, is that no matter how much money they spend on technology and how good technology gets, they can't replace you. They can't. They have not been able to do a profit now 13, 14, 15 years for some of those companies, and they have not been able to make a profit. They have been losing millions of dollars. And if it wasn't for their stocks, they'd have been out of business years ago. Anybody remember somebody called Purple Bricks? They came in from the UK, right? It was a discount brokers, mostly online. Did they make it?
No.
They can't replace you. So as you hear about these mergers going on, what it should give you is more confidence that they're investing in real estate agents like yourself. Because they're not buying just the names of Century 21 and Remax. They're buying the traditional broker model because it works. And that is something that you cannot replace. So as you start hearing that news, remember, they're buying into our systems because they need humans. How many of you consider yourself a human still? Any zombies in the room? Guys, they can't replace you. So no matter what happens with technology, don't get scared of it. Use it. Use it to be more efficient. Use it to be better at your job. But they can't replace you. Go ahead.
I have a question. I listened to Dan's Friday message.
Yes.
And he talked about a company-wide membership in Looped and
Yes.
another commercial one. And then so how do we access that?
So, that is going to be made available on a qualified basis. So if you have no commercial experience or track record, you will more than likely not gain access. So, because there's limited number of seats that companies purchased in blocks. There's quite a few still available, but we have Select Group has commercial guidelines you have to meet in order to qualify. Now, if you do qualify, you've sold enough commercial properties, and I believe, and I'm really pinning down this is what I'm going to be in charge of this amongst other things. So right now the criterion is 3 in the last 2 years qualified, and this is not just duplexes or small office. This would have to be something that really is qualifies as commercial. Then you could potentially qualify but it is a subscription basis. So if you do qualify, you will pay $325 a month for CoStar. That's like MLS of commercial. Like if you are in the commercial game, you want a CoStar account. It's like having MLS here, right? It's like having Flex. And then LoopNet, you will have access to silver listing upgrades, basically. And we're requiring all commercial listings to have a silver listing upgrade. That would be $60 per listing or $99 a month, unlimited. So that's how it's going to work. So if you're interested, I mean, I'll send you the criterion and all that, but it won't be made available to just anybody. I think we have 35 to 40 seats right now, company-wide. That's all 10 states.
So there's not any commercial property.
Right. Yeah. Now, that doesn't mean you can't put if you happen to get a commercial listing, you can still advertise on LoopNet. It automatically goes free to Crexi because of Century 21's syndication relationship with Crexi. Every one of you guys have a free Crexi account. So Crexi is the next best place to put a commercial listing in. So you guys can automatically do that without any monthly fees or anything. And you just need to make sure that, it should automatically syndicate, you need to make sure it does.
You mentioned that when we tried to sell it to you.
Nice.
Well, they're trying to sell you an upgrade, so guys, if Prexy contacts you, any of you to do their, and they did me too, they put me through the pitch. They called me on a commercial listing that, because I had a LoopNet account that I put things in for some of our agents, so you'll see that occasionally. It's because it's my CoStar LoopNet account, but it's the agent's listing. They called me to try to sell me on a Prexy upgrade. You don't need to do it, guys. I mean, unless you're a full-time commercial agent, I wouldn't do a Prexy upgrade. It's a waste of money. I would do our CoStar LoopNet account before I do Prexy, if you guys are doing commercial. So keep that in mind.
And it's really, really expensive, both LoopNet and CoStar. I mean, they're separate memberships. I mean, it's really expensive. What some of the seats that we had, how much were we paying?
Well, we had up to 6 seats subscription. We were paying like $480 a month, I believe, was where we're at before we were consolidating our account, and we got them for 3.5. You can't get them off the street for 3.25 anymore. It's impossible.
That's per month, by the way.
That's per month. It's an expensive deal.
I mean, being a commercial is.
Well, you guys think MLS is expensive? You cringe at that $550 you're paying a year.
Yeah.
Try like $480 a month.
Yeah, it's closer to $5,000 a year just for that. And there's multiple systems out there, so it's
I did
really
that for
really
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. And so again, I always caution people, don't go and sign one up, because once you sign up, man, they don't let you off. Yeah, it's a tough one. Coming soon, please. Anybody have any? Hey,
Probably hit Thursday, I'm thinking of pictures today. It's one of those PVs off of Houston and Burke Street and Harold.
Yeah.
I can't remember Tipton, some of those streets I think in there, but there's no HOA, they just have a joining wall with them. It's a 3 and 2.5. We've done painting inside, carpet, some upgrades, and it was a rental, so fixing it up. I need your help. I gave her a price and gave her the comps, and then I haven't reviewed it this morning. She came back and hit me with, she hit me back with this AI. I did my AI, and AI told me this is what it's worth. So any suggestions there? I haven't even gotten to it. I don't even know.
so let's put it on tour.
There was $15,000 difference she wants because of her upgrades. I mean, like she did a termite clearance, she had to do a fumigation, all this stuff. But, for me, and I gave her the comps of other properties, that are even flip properties and nicer and things. So, then, we don't have, we have the micro counters and, tile that's two different types and stuff.
It's not, it's turnkey ready, but not updated.
More than what they've done?
1,000.
Huh?
It was 1,000. She wants to go for 315. I told her no higher than 300,000 on it. So
She
these
wants to go
suggestions.
315? Take it. Put in a listening agreement in 10 days, you don't have an offer insurance, you just have
Get
299.
her with, but I wonder
Have to
if
sign
anybody had been hit with AI.
Well, I think that the scripting is simple, because the assumption is that AI has access to every database out there that shows property transactions, and it doesn't. It only has access to what's public on the internet. So it doesn't have this special access to tax record and every other cell, so we gotta be careful assuming that's the gold standard. It's kind of like, we all know that Zillow's estimates, they're once in a great while they're okay, but they're crap most of the time, right?
Yeah.
Because same thing, it's accessing just what's in Zillow and then maybe what's out there in the public on other portal sites. It doesn't pull tax record.
Yeah. And oftentimes it'll do a half mile or 1 mile radius, which can include other types of properties that.
Yeah, they don't know, they don't have the local knowledge. Like you guys, if you're comping stuff on the northwest side of town and you have a listing that's outside one of those gated communities, you're not going to pull comps out of, the lakes or, Chardonnay. You're just, but see this, the estimate doesn't know that. And AI doesn't know that. I mean, it just pull comps out of all those areas.
Yeah.
Right.
Very true.
Yeah, I don't know on the AI program that she worked, because I haven't even looked at it this morning, but I don't know if it actually did comps or if it just said you put in what you've done to your home and.
No, it'll look for comps. It's smart. It will, but it's only pulling what's publicly available. And you're pulling everything inside the MLS that's confirmed sold. And, and you have the ability to look at property profiles and pull tax record cells on top of that. whether you're getting from the title company or going to RPR. I mean, so and then you have the local knowledge to make adjustments based on where those pumps are. Eliminate ad pumps based on neighborhoods and gated, not gated. So yeah, it's not that smart yet.
I don't know what it's, yes.
If you want to share it with me, I'll take a look at it and get with you. And we'll come up with something. Talk to her. Or the state of this evening.
Yeah, I was taking it.
But I'll go in there with you, Peg, if you want to share it with me and give me my opinion on it.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm getting into, but I just wondered if anybody had plans doing that yet.
Well, we're seeing all kinds, the new thing for us that Mike and I get is we get the complaints now from customers, however it is down the road, and they're using ChatGPT or other AI to, they're just putting everything in
It's
there.
like an attorney, and they're sending us
Yeah.
like 10-page letters now that sounds like an attorney, because they're just copying and pasting out of chat, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, and they make them sound smart, but you're like,
You know where it's coming from.
Well, chat is biased. AI is still biased, guys, unless you prompt it to be objective. So you're going to tell AI, this is what happened to me. This is why I feel I was wrong. AI is designed to please you unless you prompt it otherwise, and most people won't prompt it to be objective. So let it tell you, let it try to build your case, even if it's not a real case. So you gotta be, clients need to be careful, everybody needs to be careful with AI. It's biased, it wants to please you.
yeah, we can start telling you scary stories about AI, but we don't want to get there yet. Just start using it first, and then we'll see. So really use it to be more effective. One of the things that my goal from now on is to end the meeting at least 5 minutes before 10. Because can anybody tell me what happens at 10? Ooh, real loud, yes. We have SNAP training on the system every single Tuesday, 10 a.m. How do you get there? Can anybody tell me?
Snap portal.
The SNAP portal. So we'll go back to that. And there's still some coming soon. Oh, can you go back to the SNAP screen? It's not working. Let's see.
On the
We're
calendar.
gonna go back. Yeah, but there's two calendars, so you gotta be careful. Only one's gonna show up here because this is not live. We'll go forward. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So there's a calendar up there that I kind of blocked out, but if you go down the training calendar, right here, you go down the day, your day will always be highlighted in purple or some kind of a color. 10 a.m., you click on that. That's when you get into the training. That's the easiest way to get into training. It's that calendar there. You can go and look at the next month. You can look at the month after that. So every single Tuesday, 10 a.m., we have a training. There are going to be Tuesdays that we're going to do a tour. On that Tuesday, you have a decision to make whether you go on tour or you do the training. The training is very simple, something that I can also do for you, but it's for those that just haven't had enough time to really go in there and look at it. It's a great refresher. You can always get back in there. I'm telling you, this is the most simple system you'll ever use. It's a system that is always learning and growing, and it's a system that the company has full control over. And so as you come up with ideas of something you want to see in it, just let us know, and if it can be done, they'll do it. That's how that QR code for open houses became. I think it was a recommendation from an agent. And so just a great system, but you have to just log in, scroll down a training calendar. You go to the day that we're at, and it tells you all the classes. I mean, it's filled out typically for 90 days in advance. Sometimes it goes on for a full year. Some of the classes are scheduled that far in advance. Book club is every Monday at 10 a.m. And so that's already in there. So the book club is happening already. And so please go in there, spend some time. There's some fantastic training. Obviously, we do our training. Last week we had Bill Hill on Wednesday. So tomorrow, what happens at 11 a.m.?
Awards.
Go ahead, everybody. What time?
Awards ceremony.
11 a.m. Anybody else have anything coming soon or have them once? Or get out of here. Larry.
And the President of the American Legion, I'm gonna do a walkthrough before we process price.
Nice.
We finally got a key to it. They tell me it's tore up, really rough.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's probably gonna be under 200,000 though. It's a 2,500 square foot building on a half acre on a quarter lot.
We're really selling it, man. It's tore up.
I'm just saying, somebody, that's what all you people that say these messages about, you have any fixer upper? As a matter of fact, I do.
Yeah.
Here you go.
There you go. Yeah, give it to him. I just teasing. Diana, sorry, we'll come back to you, Tom.
We just did a reduction yesterday on 3230 West Prior. We're down to $399 on it. Super cute, clean house.
Yeah.
Has a pool, has solar. Good part of town.
Very good.
I guess a tricky one, Visalia area looking for a mixed use property. He has a successful MMA gym. He wants
Wow.
to, but he's renting.
Yeah.
So he wants to own the property, but he wants to put his house up for sale to pull from those funds and then put a down payment on a mixed use where he could have a gym and
Live.
his residential. Yeah. So
Nice.
it's a very tricky, it's hard to find something.
Does he want to go to Fresno? He has a 2,500.
No, he had, his client base is here, and.
That's too bad, because
Yeah.
it's in a residential area.
Right, yeah, no.
Right, get your wax on.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a really specific property.
Yes,
so that's
very.
gonna be really good. Anybody else coming soon, Hampton wants, anybody? No? We're good? Anybody know what happened this weekend? Friday? Anybody know what Friday special?
Mike's wedding.
Mike's getting married.
Mike. Oh, the devil's not on his plate this week, man, so thank you. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We appreciate you. 10 a.m.